Hi there, my Haywood Community College students, and welcome to your very first week of your 8-week mini-mester. My name is Ariel Robinson, and I am so happy to have you. And I'm also thrilled to have you all in my class. I know that it is quite a week. Um, and we're definitely having to start full on into our first week in an 8-week mini-semester, so it's going to be very brisk. So I'll try to make sure that this is a fairly short um, introduction, but I wanted to say hello, and then also for us to kind of get acquainted with what our with what the middle looks like. So before we get started, I just wanted to take a second to introduce myself, and I'm going to enjoy you guys introducing yourselves. And so we're going to be doing this together on the slideshow. So here we go. So this is me. All right. Okay, so as you guys develop your own slide, I just wanted to show you a little bit about me. My name is Ariel Robinson, and I have been teaching for about 17 years. I teach at AB Tech, HCC, and then I also teach teach Lang 396 at UNCA. My master's is in English literature and quickly. We're going to go hard, and we're going to come out pretty good. And I am currently in my doctorate in English pedagogy from Murray State University, and I'm passionate about art, writing, and art being essential to humanity. So it's lovely to meet you, and I cannot wait to get to know you as we progress. All right, so getting into the actual details of the course. So if this is one of the first courses you've taken, the mini-mester will be kicking up today. So make sure that you take your time to go and do the HOP agreement. I have to take attendance today, and so when you take the HOP, then it will automatically enroll you in the class. You'll also see that announcements will pop up here. I will put in a weekly announcement for you every week. And then we are starting on course overview. I've got my welcome letter and all the course objectives here. I want you to know the to-do list, course day-by-day to-do list is up to date for the first couple of weeks. I'm still tweaking the last couple of weeks because I had to condense my 16-week into 8 weeks. And so just so that you know, the first 3 weeks are accurate, but you might see that it's a little messy toward the bottom. Don't worry, I'm fixing it currently. And then the welcome letter, I sent this out to you all. I sent everybody out the welcome letter and email. So the English course syllabus is what you'll need to review. It's got all of the details on my policies and also on like what my expectations are. And I wanted to go over just a couple of quick policies to make sure that you all are clear on what I expect. The first thing is I want to make sure that you take time every week to look at your syllabus, look at your Moodle, and look at the to-do list. So what you will notice about the way that I've structured my Canvas page is that my Canvas page is set up pretty much the same every single week because we are going to be in an asynchronous environment, and because it's asynchronous, I expect that you're able to follow the week um, in order and to be able to get a head start on your own and to set yourself at a pace. So you'll notice that what I have for every week is you're going to have an introduction video from me, which is this one, and then you're going to have your objectives of what you need to do, links to the readings, and then also some guidelines. So for this week, you are reading Academic Habits of Mind in the Norton. You are going to read How to Start New Habits That Actually Stick. And then what your assignments are for this week are a syllabus grading and AI policy quiz, and then a personal introduction and norm. I would like you to go over all of these pieces of documentation. This is on the yellow highlighter. This goes over my grading and assessments, and then my AI policy. Okay. So a couple things that you need to note is that the best way to get in touch with me is via email at avetter@haywood.edu. Um, it is much easier for me to answer my email there. Moodle messages sometimes get lost. And they don't come through super quickly. So I do have a delay on Moodle messages. But if you want to get in touch with me, make sure that you get to my email first. Um, Another thing to note about our discussion forums is we use a platform called Harmonize, which I'll show you momentarily. You need to make sure that every week your posts are in on Thursday and your responses are in on Sunday. I do review all of the harmonized posts, but it does automatically check that you've met deadlines for that Thursday and Sunday due date, and it will mark it as incomplete if you don't meet those due dates and the guidelines. And so I will be reviewing them every week to like make sure that you're on track, and I'll respond and all that. But just make sure that you follow the guidelines and read the directions thoroughly each time. Okay, a couple of notes about generative AI. So, generative AI has become something that is in our field, it's everywhere. And so, AI in general brings up a lot of questions about output, and it also brings up a lot of questions about authenticity of the work, and also the thinking that you're doing. So, I want to be very clear about something. I do not believe that AI is evil. I do not think that AI is bringing down the destruction of education. However, I do think that it's got a lot of ethical concerns to it. So what that means is if you choose to experiment, here is what I expect. AI should help you think, but it should not think for you. If you have any questions, I have an AI guide, but if I suspect that your content is too highly AI generated, then I may ask you to share a document with me with your revision history so that I can check that they are your thoughts. Um, and if that is something that still proves to be AI generated, you'll have to redo the assignment with no AI assistance. So make sure that you are using proper academic integrity with each submission. And then the other thing I want you to be considerate of is that you will write a lot, you will read a lot. I I expect that you read the assignments because I've carefully curated them. And if you need assistance in finding the selections, please reach out to me. Okay, so for this week, here are the things that you're going to be going over. So the AI policies here, we touched base on that, but I want you to read it thoroughly. The grading and assessment deadlines is the other thing that you'll need to note. So I have mastery and formative type grades. Formative is going to be completion based. So as you turn something in, it'll be marked as complete or incomplete, which means that you either completed the task or you did not. If you completed the task, but it was highly AI generated, it will also be marked as incomplete. Even though it might technically be done, if it's not your work, it cannot be marked complete. But that's going to be about 40%. The other 40% is going to come from your core assessments, which are based on a rubric, which is your mastery of the material. So we're going to have a memoir and personal narrative, and then a rhetorical one pager, a presentation, a collaborative piece, and then you'll have your HCC final exam. And it'll go pretty quickly. And so I want you to be aware that like the pace will be brisk. It'll be manageable, but brisk. So that's kind of the introduction to my course. But I mean, that's all the nitty gritty. But overall, I love teaching. I love writing. I love teaching writers. And so I'm really excited to have you here in my class, and I'm excited for us to learn and grow together. And let's get started. So this week is pretty light. I'd like you to take this time this week to get your personal introductions and norms. And so this is going to be an about me slide, and then also you're going to be responding to other people to get to meet one another. Very simple. And then what you are going to do from there is you also have this quiz, which will be based on the AI policy and then our assessment policies, so that I know that you have read through everything and that you know what our syllabus contains. And then you'll do your very first annotation for the week, which is high school students think they're ready, which is an interactive harmonized annotation. You are going to do 3 annotations, and you're going to add, clarify, and interact with one another on the reading. And that is what our first week looks like. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you need help with getting started, make sure that you have your book, which is the Norton Field Guide to Writing. And on that note, I do believe that that's the end of this introductory video. I hope that you all have a wonderful week and reach out to me if you have any questions.